All right, fellas, today I'm going to explain to you why you keep waking up at 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. because that was happening to me and it almost cost me my relationship. Because I had the same patterns for months. You know, you waking up, then you're like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom, you got the lights, you got the flush, and then, you get back into the bed. You start tossing and turning, and then you're doom scrolling. Oh my God. Yeah, this is a problem because it was affecting her too. Yes, all that movement every 30 seconds. And yeah, eventually I could tell when she woke up, or sort of woke up, that this was going to be a problem that I needed to not just manage, I needed to fix.
I never want to leave this bed. Uh-oh, gotta take a whiz. Think, man, think.
Hey, this is Brian, AKA Uncle B, and yeah, we're gonna get into it because a lot of guys have this particular issue, and if you do, you recognize everything I just said and you want to get it fixed, like I did. So let me get back into this story, because what I had to do was, just dig in and find out what was going on, why everything was changing like this. And no, it wasn't prostate, wasn't stress. It was partly because of my age, and there's a reason why it happens the same time every night. 3 reasons, actually. The first 2 you probably heard of. The third one is the one we're going to talk about to actually need to get fixed. And no, it has nothing to do with supplements or the melatonin. And most guys stop at the first 2 things. And that's the reason why they keep waking up, because if you don't get this third one, you're missing out. You're going to be awake. So let's talk about the first mechanism in all of this, and that's cortisol. Yes, the stress hormone. It's supposed to be low at night and then starts rising until, peaks about 5 or 6 a.m. so you can wake up. It's supposed to be there. But for men over 40, this has changed. You see, your testosterone has been dropping, your melatonin has been dropping, and especially if you're carrying extra weight, your cortisol is just sitting there higher. So you have less testosterone, less melatonin, and more cortisol. That's a triple threat. So around 3 a.m., your cortisol naturally starts rising to prepare you for the morning. But if your system is already running hot, you're already stressed, you already have a lot of cortisol going on, it's not a natural rise, it's a spike. And that spike jolts you awake, you got your heart pounding, your mind is racing. So, I did what you're supposed to do. I started working on my stress. And, I got out there, I was walking first thing in the morning so my body would get the melatonin from the sunlight and it would prepare for the evening already. Good idea. I still woke up at 2 a.m. Of course, that means that there's something else going on. So let's get into that. Because mechanism number 2 is your blood sugar. So if you eat late, we're talking about sugar, you got yourself a couple of drinks, your blood sugar spikes right after dinner and then crashes around 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. Now, of course, when it drops too low, your body panics and is like, wake up. It releases that adrenaline, it releases that cortisol, and there you go. That's why you wake up with your heart pounding and you're maybe anxious, usually around 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. That late night beer, that bowl of ice cream, it messed you up. It's a pure time bomb, but I fixed that one too. You just didn't eat 3 hours before I was supposed to go to sleep. So yes, this is it, right? Remember I said it's 2 things? This is number 2. I mean, it was a good thing. I wasn't waking up to go pee as much, but I was still staring at the ceiling now. So something's still off. So I was like, okay, I got, me, I like doing the research. So I'm like researching what's going on. Then I found it and I was like, this can't be, this is too easy. Really? Research is solid. It actually does work. No one's ever said it because you can't make money off of it. Yeah, no one ever said it because you can't make money off of it. So you got the whole thing about cortisol, right? You got the whole thing about blood sugar, right? Here's the next part. It's called fascia. It's spelled F-A-C-S-I-A. Fascia is connective tissue. It runs throughout your entire body. It's like scaffolding for your body. It's like a web throughout your entire body. It's like, when you see a picture of an infant inside the womb, yes, a lot of that's the fascia being built. When your fascia is healthy, it feels loose, you feel relaxed, you feel mobile, you feel younger. But when it's tight, and it will get tight, because you've had years of stress, whether you wanted to have it or not. You were playing football when you were young, you got into a car accident, you was up late drinking, you got into a fist fight with your brother 4, 6, 7, 8, 12 times. I'm talking to you, Alan. And over the years, all those old injuries keep adding up. Think of a 21-year-old, then think of that same man at 81. He went from like moving with no problem to moving. Oh, this hurts. Yeah, fascia. Your fascia is now saying you're in danger all the time from everything you built up for the past, well, in my case, 54 years. You know, we're talking about everything adding up. Those shoulders hunched over on the computer, that back because of that accident, your knee because of whatever it was. Your body is now stuck in low-grade fight or flight 24/7. That's not a good thing. So at night when you drop into sleep, well, your surface noise, the level of cortisol is just sitting there, the fascia just being tight, just sitting there, it's ready to go at any second. So at 3 a.m. when the cortisol just naturally rises, well, with your fascia being so tight, it spikes. That's the reason why you pop awake, ready to go to battle with yourself because you're trying to figure out why you can't go to sleep. And of course, this is why massage works. Massage can be, physical therapy. They'll get in there and start massaging. They're actually loosening your fascia. It's one way to do it. It's not the most effective way, but it's one way to do it. So you can have two guys who have the same stress level, who have the same diet, have two different sleeping patterns because of their fascia. One guy's body feels safe because his fascia is fluid and loose. The other guy's body is tight, ready for battle. And yeah, that was me. I'm right there, tight, ready for battle. It's not a good thing. Now, here is the solution, which you've been waiting for. And yes, this is going to sound weird, stupid, it's too easy. Yeah. We're talking about 5 minutes of ultra slow motion before bed.
What?
Ultra slow. We're talking about, remember the Bionic Man? He like jumped over stuff and he moved real slow motion? Slower than that. Slower? Slower. There you go. Yes, because this is the opposite of exercise that stresses you. It's the opposite of moving and shaking and all this other kind of stuff. What you're trying to do is mimic what happened to you when you were in your mama's baby. When you were in your mama's womb, you just did like this.
Speed. I am speed.
Barely any movement, but there was movement. Now, of course, the first time I tried this was ridiculous, man. Tai Chi, at the very least, you gotta listen to a master and you do some poses and moves and stuff. That's it? Yep, because now you're relaxing your body. The fascia only functions correctly. It only takes care of itself when you're moving slow. That's the reason why you've done everything, but you still feel stuck. And of course, homegirl was sitting there asking like, what are you doing?
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God.
I'm trying to go to sleep, baby. Hold on.
What is that?
So once again, you're not stretching. You're taking as long as you possibly can to get from here to here. Basically, is giving a sign to your system that you're safe, just like in your mother's womb. You don't have to worry about anything. Calm down, let your cortisol drop, let your blood pressure drop, and you can go to sleep. So you're looking for results. Well, the first night I did it, went to sleep, it lasted 5:30 a.m. Wow. Yeah, that was the first time in a few months. Now I thought it was a fluke, so I was like, okay, let me go ahead and try it again, and it worked. I slept through again. Within a week, the 2 a.m. wake ups, yeah, that got cut in half. Within 3 weeks, it's now noticeable not because of what I do at night, but because I have more energy during the day because I actually got good sleep. So no more of the and like, trying to get up in the morning, grabbing that coffee. And it all starts from just breathing in. Of course, you have to breathe while doing this. You want to get some deep breaths in and move as slowly as possible. Relax your shoulders. You don't want to brace anything. You're telling your body like, just go ahead and relax, chill out. So we talked about the cortisol and how, you can get some good morning walks. That'll help with that. Do some things to relieve your stress. Blood sugar. Yeah, don't eat 3 hours before going to bed. And even before that, cut down on the alcohol and the sugar. But the fascia, you need this 5-minute reset. You can actually go ahead and do this right now. I'm going to get into this a lot deeper. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share this with somebody because there's a lot of guys who can't get good sleep and it's showing up in their work and everything else. Go ahead and start the movement tonight. 5 minutes. all it takes. I'll link the full protocol down below. Make sure you go ahead and check that out so you can look at it, print it out, whatever you need to do to make sure you get this right. Get your sleep on, man. And do me a favor, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know two things. What time do you go to sleep? And what time do you end up waking up? Is it 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m.? The timing actually tells us what exactly is going on. And by the way, I do read and respond to you. So yeah, let me know. Maybe there's something I know that I can help you out with. Because this is fixable. You just need to know exactly what to do. The next video that I'm doing, we're going to go into that and your workouts. How, oh yeah, your workouts, you need to adjust this too when you're in your 40s. Based on your fascia. So I'll see you next time. This is Brian, AKA Uncle B, saying get your game up and go hard. Peace out.